Now, when we talk about a contractor's bonding capacity, most of the time the surety is going to define that capacity through what's called a program. And the bonding program is basically defined two ways. One is through a single project limit, and the other is through the aggregate value. And what that means is, for a general contractor that has a relationship through the indemnity agreement with a surety, then as the contractor has several projects that he'd like to pursue or undertake or bid on or negotiate, that this bond program defines a maximum amount that the surety is willing to underwrite for any individual project. The aggregate amount, on the other hand, is the amount that the surety is willing to underwrite for the value of all bonded projects. So this starts to really define the parameters in which the contractor can operate and has a direct impact on the amount of revenue or work pursued that the contractor can take on. In other words, what this really defines is the contractor's growth rate. And while bond programs can be increased and so forth as agreed upon by the surety, then this basically defines the volume and type of work that a contractor can take on. Relative to sureties themselves, there are several companies in the United States that underwrite surety bonds for the construction industry. There are literally dozens of them. On the other hand, there are just a few of them that are the top underwriters and provide surety bonds for the bulk of construction dollars spent. Travelers, Zurich, and CNA are some of the largest surety bond underwriters in the U.S., although again, there are dozens that underwrite them. Many times, owners will require minimum financial ratings of the surety bond underwriter. In other words, the general contractor that would like to bid or pursue a certain project must not only be able to bond the job, but his underwriter or surety must meet certain minimum ratings. There are several companies that provide these ratings, for example, Moody's or Standard & Poor's and so forth. So the general contractor then, as he defines his relationship with a surety, needs to not only be able to have his program limits set appropriately, but also to have a surety that meets financial ratings required for the projects that he'd like to pursue.